Adimab is a company that I started in my second year at Tuck. We do drug development for major pharmaceutical companies primarily. What we've created at Adimab is something we call a synthetic human immune system in yeast. So what we've done is we've created a platform that allows us to discover drugs, monoclonal antibodies, against targets of interest. So the typical workflow in our company is that there's a company that has spent a lot of time discovering that a particular protein causes a disease. And they say, hey, we'd like a monoclonal antibody against that treats this disease. And in a matter of weeks, we're actually able to use our platform to give them back a putative therapeutic. And then we hand that off to the partner, and they spend maybe 10 or 12 years going through clinical trials and talking to the FDA, proving that it has the biology that we hope it does, and that it actually treats that disease. It's a little known fact that when executives come here, Tuck does a really great job of ensuring that they talk in a class. Maybe they have office hours, maybe they do a lunch, maybe they do a dinner. And when you're in Hanover, New Hampshire as a visiting executive, you have no other meetings to go to. You are here in Hanover meeting with the Tuck students. And while I'm sure it's very challenging to bring executives to Hanover initially, once they're here, they're not distracted. And so all of the things I love about living in Hanover today, where Adimab is based, where I have time to slow down and think, I think a lot of executives, when they come here, they experience that. They get a day out of the office, and they're not taking other meetings. Well, what they end up doing is they take meetings with all the Tuckies. So I quickly figured out during my first year that some of those meetings, even if it wasn't in the area of pharma or biotech, incredibly enlightening. Because when else am I going to be able to have lunch with the CEO of a Fortune 100 company? That's the most valuable thing that I found at Tuck, that really you'll never get that experience again in the world. It's the thing that I miss most. The question I get most from Tuckies today is how they get to the same place. How do I start an Adimab in my second year at Tuck? And I think that's the wrong question, because Adimab in many ways is an accident, right? It's a confluence of having an interesting idea or an observation about how the world works that honestly was based on many of the conversations that I had with these visiting executives. It became apparent to me that something like Adimab would probably be valuable to these folks who were kind of all talking about the same type of problem. The most valuable companies in the world are based on a good problem, not just a great solution. You can solve any problem. You can solve an irrelevant problem 100% correct, and you've created no value. Or you can solve a very highly relevant problem 50% of the way, and you've created a massive amount of value. So it's really access to problems that is the limiting step to starting a company, not access to solutions. Once you kind of know the problem, you can pull together 4 or 5 of your Tuck friends, maybe some Thayer guys and folks from DMS, even some undergrads, and you can all sit in a room and probably come up with half a dozen reasonable solutions to that problem. The real challenge is finding problems. And they should lean on everyone else here, whether it's the professors, other students, whether it's visiting executives, and you should get in the habit of just asking someone, hey, what are your problems? So the most valuable thing you can do as a Tuckie in your 2 years, I think, is to just participate in whatever is happening on the startup scene. So one of your classmates wants to start a company and they have no idea what they want to do. Find some way to materially contribute to that idea. Everyone here brings skills from their previous background, and you can expand upon those skills. Certainly we're all very good thinkers here. Tuck does a great job of filtering down to people who are going to be great classmates and great thinkers beyond just their very specific skill sets. You have something to offer any startup, and I would just get engaged and get involved. Even if nothing even comes of those companies or of those ideas, you're going to gain an invaluable experience in just trying to get something done.